6 months after the Lagos State Environmental and Special Offences Enforcement Unit demolished hundreds of houses in Badia East, rendering nearly 9,000 people homeless, the Social and Economic Rights Action Centre and Amnesty International are calling on the Lagos State government to stop forced eviction in the state.
And human beings must live somewhere, whether we like it or not. That is the nature of the human person. And Lagos is just another city in the world where people come together in a human society to live.
Many people are rendered homeless. Many children do not go to school, all because of this eviction. And each time I look at what is happening around me, that is one of the reasons why I gave me the boldness. That was the last drop of my blood. I will stand up to whatever comes my way in order to make sure that the whole people that were rendered homeless have their homes back.
I was also there when Nigerian police, with the wings in their hands and a stick, beating the people as if they are animals. I was there. They are preventing, when the police are preventing the people to go inside and pack their properties. And all the property was smashed over, erased.
While the people of Badia East remain homeless and destitute, the Lagos State government is also bound to face the consequences of its actions.
The Lagos State government has very reluctantly agreed to provide compensation to the people in Badia in collaboration with the World Bank. There's been some repercussion arising from this demolition for the Lagos State government because the LMDGP, the World Bank project that was originally scheduled to end in September of this year with prospects for renewal is going to end, as the bank has decided, for good. You know, and I regret that because I served on the board of that project for 5 years. And it was my hope when I joined the board, when the former governor asked me to join that board, that, you know, a lot of good will come. And it did a lot of good. They will go carry out evictions without reference to the LMDGP. They will go, you know, trash people's homes without following the procedures that the LMDGP itself is committed to following. So, you know, the people are entitled to expect to be compensated by the government. And we're working with the government, working with the World Bank, and, you know, piling a lot of pressure for them to actually compensate these people so they can move on.
In light of the government's repeated threat to demolish the remainder of Badia East, the community, in partnership with SERAC and other supporters, has also organized a participatory enumeration and mapping exercise, laying the groundwork for development of a holistic, community-led in-situ upgrading proposal as an alternative to further evictions.
At the end of the day, the fate of the community lies in government's hands. So when we do our work, when we talk with the community, we say, at the end of the day, it's not SERAC who determines your fate. We can do our best to prepare you, we can work with you, we can talk about strategies, we can bring in as many different, you know, other organizations and others to support you. But at the end of the day, we have to look to government to try to find the way forward, because if government wants to clear that land, they want to come in and demolish, that is what is going to happen. So at the end of the day, we're appealing for government to find a better way forward. But we say that the people of Badia East and many, many organizations stand ready to try to look for that way forward, supporting the people in their effort to stand up and advocate for their own rights. And so I think with all of that, if in the end of the day government can hear those pleas and can see that maybe together, working together, we can find a better way forward, maybe we'll get someplace. And that's certainly what we're hoping for, certainly what the people of Badia East are hoping for.
As the people of Badia East continue to call for government to return them to the land from which they were forcibly evicted, the hope is for government to hear the many voices calling for it to find a better way of working with communities for people-centered development. Anwulika Ngene, Superscreen News.